to the table here?
We are shifts ungiven. We're scape shifting and casting gifts ungiven all in one deck.
Oh, wow. Yeah. When you guys said the archetype, I just saw Escape Shift, and I'm like, well, that's one card, and you're playing a 100 card deck. That's singleton. So, it's like I'm not exactly sure what to expect.
Oh, we're going to be casting a lot of draw spells and a lot of counter spells.
Okay. And it looks like the mics were not working. So once again, welcome everybody to week 8 of the Community Super League, joined by Katie Neal from the Girlfriend Bracket. But so we are going to be playing Canadian Highlander, which is, I think, a format that not too many of us are familiar with. But after looking into it, it looks really, really sweet. And we actually have a video of how Canadian Highlander works.
Welcome to Week 8 of the Community Super League. This week, our players are tackling Canadian Highlander. Canadian Highlander is an up-and-coming 1v1 competitive format. Each deck must contain at least 100 cards and contain no more than one of any given card. The exception to this rule are basic lands and cards that explicitly state that any number may be played. For example, Relentless Rats. For every 100 cards within a deck, players are allotted 10 points towards deck construction. The point list contains high-impact cards such as Time Vault, Black Lotus, and Natural Order. The vintage card base allows you to play high-powered versions of your favorite archetype, while the singleton nature of decks keeps each game fun and interesting. If you haven't given Canadian Highlander a try, now is your chance. You can find games in the #CanHighlander chat room on MTGO or by tweeting at CanHighlander on Twitter.
All right, so there you have it. Now you guys know exactly how Canadian Highlander works. I did a lot of... I try to do as much research as possible. I kind of went around looking for various people to give me help. I even sent out a tweet and tagged all my Canadian friends just so they could help me because, clearly they should know something about Highlander. And I also made sure to tag Josh McLean because for some reason, everybody seems to confuse him for a Canadian when, in fact, he is an Iowan. All right. So what deck did you guys bring to the table again?
Tonight we are playing Shifts Ungiven. So we are going to cast Scape Shift and Gifts Ungiven all in one deck.
All right.
Hopefully combo.
And let's take a look at the points list of the cards that you guys went after, because as you guys know, you get 10 points assigned from a list of cards, all the most broken cards in Magic. And wow, you guys really dabbled in a bunch of different cards there.
We did. We spread it out.
Yeah.
You got to have Ancestral Recall because that card is just bonkers. And then all of our blue cards, a lot of us are blue mages, so we're going to bring that to the table.
You do have a lot of banned cards. I mean, you got Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time, so your deck does seem very, very sweet. And taking a look at your notable cards, we have Scape Shift, Valakut the Molten Pinnacle, Trinity Nemesis. What does that have to do with the deck? Is that just a value card?
You might as well just throw it in there if you can play it. I mean, we're playing blue. He's a good creature.
I guess so. Thragtusk. Okay. All right. Well, there are a few cards in here that I'm too concerned about. Thragtusk and True Name Nemesis, probably two of those cards. But I am a little concerned about your counter magic and also just losing to Scape Shift. So, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of excited to play against actual people. My testing for this tournament, for this week rather, was just me sitting there goldfishing in my deck and trying to go off and losing many, many times to myself. So, so let's, I guess, swing it over to the deck that I'm choosing to play for this week. We got Storm.
Wow.
Storm.
Look at 2 cards on your points list?
I keep it simple.
I guess so.
And by the way, you said Ancestral Recall is great. We got Black Lotus, best card in all of Magic, right? Most expensive card. I have to put it in my deck. And Demonic Tutor. Once again, just keep it really simple. Storm is, fortunately a deck that I've had a lot of practice. I play tested a lot of Storm prior to the Legacy Grand Prix. So, when I was actually goldfishing, it was actually kind of playing out very similarly. So my plan here is to cast a lot of rituals, cast my Lion's Eye Diamonds, cast Yawgmoth's Will, and either Tendrils my opponent out or empty the Cheons. That is my plan, at least.
Well, I'm hoping that that doesn't happen.
No. You're hoping it happens. Come on.
I don't think so. I think we need to counterspell some of those.
No, okay. You know what? You can like counter one spell. I'll be okay with that. But like, if you counter two, that's real. Like counter spells are cheesy. Everybody knows that, right? Like
They're
that's
the best.
no. I really. It's hard for me to keep a straight face when I say that because I'm a blue mage at heart. But
Oh, okay.
I've recently been turned over to the storm side by actually Ifra, who was like, Paul, I think you'd be pretty good at counting to 10. So you should try this deck. And I'm like, I'm not sure, but you know, now I actually really enjoy playing Storm. You know, but once again, I was goldfishing a bunch, miscounted a million times, and lost to myself a ton.
I guess
But,
10 is hard to count to.
You know, well, look, sometimes counting to 10's hard. Sometimes counting to 10's hard. You know, you could start at 1, and then sometimes I just get to 7, and then I kill myself. But yeah, I mean, this should be interesting because you know you guys are playing a Scape Shift deck. I don't know exactly all the details of your deck. I think it's kind of hard to fit, you know, all 100 cards onto the screen.
For
But
sure.
you know, I imagine you guys have a lot of counter magic, so it's going to be pretty difficult to fight through all of that as a combo.
We do have something up our sleeve in the way of counterspells. Yeah.
If I see a Flusterstorm, I'm gonna be If there was like that second deck change, Paul's playing Storm, I'm gonna put Flusterstorms there. I'm gonna be a little bit sad.
You gonna be flustered?
Wow. All right. Yes.
I went there.
I'm waiting. Yeah, you did go there. I'm waiting for the chat to give you a grade on that one. I'm B minus. You know, it was decent, I guess.
I tried a little bit.
All right. It looks like we're going to be playing our match fairly soon. Did you actually get a chance to look at the entire deck list? And
I did. Yes.
Did you get to play with it at all on the coverage account?
I did not, but I think the girls did earlier. They're going to be piloting while I'm doing coverage, so I won't be able to chat with them. So I hope that they stay strong and keep the Blue Mage heart going.
Oh yeah, so like if I hear typing, it's going to be you relaying the information, the contents of my hand to them.
It's me cheating.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, I kind of expected it. Like I wanted to give you guys a little more credit, but I mean, if that's what you got to do to defeat the Storm opponent, I mean, you know.
It might be frantically looking up cards too. What does that do?
Yeah,
Canadian Highlander?
How does this work? I'm confused. Yeah.
Yep.
This is. I'm looking at my hand, and I don't want to look at my hand because I have a difficult decision to make. So I'm gonna let the rest of the girlfriend bracket set up their hand, and then maybe if I look down, my hand changes or gets a little better.
I'm excited to see what you guys have.
Yeah. And so once again, for those of you guys wondering, it is myself battling against the girlfriend bracket. Katie is actually doing commentary, but she's not actually playing. The rest of you, is it all three of you guys?
It's just Aaron and Chris this week. Hallie took this week off, so.
I see. It must be nice to just be able to rotate and just, it's like, you know what? I'm going to take this week off. It's okay.
I heard you're going to try and watch the game, so if there's more of you, then maybe you could finagle it.
I could sub in Kyle and just have him stand and make cute baby sounds. That would be awesome. As some of you know, or maybe most of you, we got the Warriors Cavs game 6 tonight. So that's a very, very big game. Really, really excited to see who wins. I kind of want to see Game 7. I mean, I'm from Los Angeles. I don't know if you follow basketball at all, but so I'm just talking to myself. It's cool.
Yeah, that's fine though. I'll listen.
I just want to see a series.
Who are you rooting for?
I'm a West Coast guy, and I enjoy watching the Warriors play. I'm a Laker fan at heart because I'm from Los Angeles, but I suppose I'll I want the Warriors to win, but I want to see 7 games just for more matches. Yeah. Oh man, I keep looking down at my hand, and it's not good times.
How bad is it?
Really lucky. Like I'm kind of known for this, so Do I keep this hand?
I think you should just keep it and see what happens.
Well, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Girlfriend bracket just like snap kept. I'm looking at there's like 3 minutes ago. Holy.
They're probably ready to ramp and draw some
The clock,
spells.
not even 1 second has been taken off their clock. That is the definition of snap keep. That was a sneak. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of want to like play more matches with this deck because Canadian Highlander does seem like a pretty sweet format. I heard that actually a lot of the coverage people they play this a fair amount.
Yeah, I earlier this week when they sent us the email, I was like, I've heard of this. I have no idea what it is, so it's good that there's a convenient link to all the rules and how to play.
Yeah, there is the Canadian Highlander website, which I used, and I even talked to the people in charge of their Twitter account, and they gave me a lot of information just when I was actually trying to figure out my deck.
So you're getting insider info, is what you're telling me.
I'm pretty sure everybody has talked to the Canadian Highlander Twitter. I know they were like, "Thank you, Professor, for getting us 500 followers." And so I wasn't the only one. Like if you don't know anything about the format, you got to go to the source.
You got to use your resources. It's true.
You got to use.
We looked at a bunch of deck lists, and fairies looked fun. I saw somebody was playing with that later today, so I'm excited to see how that plays out too.
Yeah, apparently they're going to be playing a very good deck. That is is the name of their deck. So I'm happy I'm not playing against that deck because I imagine it's just a bunch of hand disruption and counter spells and
Me too.
Bad times for Storm. I mean, yeah. If you, I wonder if you can just by looking at the deck names, can you just figure out all the different archetypes? I mean, let's take a look at Kenji's deck. Mardu or do not.
There is no try.
No try. Okay. We have the Professor, the green sleeves of Cal. I'm gonna be honest here. Whenever I see the deck title of the deck name of the Professor, I just have zero idea what he's talking about. Every single time. The green sleeves of Calgary.
He likes to keep you on your toes.
I guess it's a green. One of them was like falling asleep in your underwear, or like I don't even remember. It's something having a bad dream. All right, we have a very good deck versus Gabby Sparts. There can only be Jund.
Yes.
Well, all right, that one's going to be pretty obvious. Then we have TMS Wedge playing Pappy Druid.
Pappy Druid. Okay.
Maybe it's a Druid deck? I don't.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what he came up with.
Marshall Sutcliffe playing Hard in the Paint. Painter Servant, maybe? It's got to be a Painter Servant deck. That would be my guess. And then we have Aaron Forsyth. He just straight up tells you what he's playing. Abzan Combo Platter.
I like forwardness.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's also easier as a caster. You just know exactly what they're playing. Against Loading Ready Run, Jundamount. Well, that was not Not
subtle.
Not subtle whatsoever. That is just literally the name of the Jund deck. And then it looks like, but in parentheses, they're playing goblins.
That'll be cool.
How many green goblins are there? Are there any?
None are coming to mind, but goblins aren't really my forte either, so...
Yeah. I mean, I know there are a bunch of black goblins, but I'm trying to figure out what the green is in there for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to see how Loading Ready Run and Gabby Sparts differ on their Jund lists.
Yeah. I did manage to play against Gabby Sparts in one test match. So
how'd it go?
Oh, I completely obliterated her. It wasn't close. She kept the one lander and didn't draw a second land.
Oh, well. Yes.
I'll take the win.
A win's a win.
That's right. A win is a win. Now, this hand, though. Oh.
Still mulling it over.
Wow.
I'm trying.
I didn't know you had all of this in you.
I like puns a lot.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yes, I am still mulling over whether or not I should keep this hand. Okay. Well, it looks like we are ready to start round 1 of Canadian Highlander.